Hi, I'm Andrew from the Foolish Couple. In today's blog, we're going to be interviewing a special guest and friend, Hoover Wong, that is helping people how to handle stress through tapping and teaching other brain methodologies.
Hi, my name is Hoover. I'm currently teaching a class for transforming lives and dissolving stress. And tapping is one of the most effective techniques I cover in the class. And this is a really simple technique that can drastically reduce your stress, anxiety, worries, anger, and even physical pain. It's really wonderful, and I would love to share these simple techniques to more people. And today's life, we are all bombarded with so many stress, and this is one of the greatest techniques. Most simple, and you can learn it in minutes, and I can teach it in minutes, and you can benefit in minutes. So it's a great thing to share.
Tell us how tapping has changed some of your students' lives and some of the people you help.
Great. Yeah, there's so many examples. One of the examples I can share is one of the students actually having so much problem with her boss. She's been yelled at and a lot of conflicts with colleagues and coworkers. And her stress level before tapping, she rated it as level 10, from 0 to 10. So it's really stressful. I can tell from her face and everything, it was really stressful. After tapping, and I asked her again, what's her stress level? And she said, 0.
Wow.
I was totally not expecting that. I was expecting like 4 or 5, but it was 0. And she told me she still remembered the incidences where, the conflicts, the yelling and all that, but there's no emotion. So experience without emotion is wisdom. And she told me later on she can handle stress much better. She's a much more calmer person. She can sleep better, and she's working much better at work. So this is just one of many examples.
Okay.
There are other examples with some of my students and coworkers with knee pains after tapping, gone. Shoulder pain, carpal tunnel, and couldn't sleep after tapping. They all improved. So and it's free, and I would love to share this with more people.
So tapping helps a lot with physical pain and trauma in the body also.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Both physical pain and your mental issue. There's a lot of physical pain are generated by stress initially.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I have a question. I know your background is in, well, at least you like quantum physics. What got you into tapping, in which some people would consider woo-woo?
Okay. So first of all, tapping is not a woo-woo thing. It's actually based on solid science. Tapping is basically a combination of Chinese acupuncture and Western psychology. But no needles, right? All we need to do is basically tap some of those meridian points and release the energy that's trapped in our bodies. And while we're tapping, we talk about the issues that stress us out. And by tapping, basically you release your psyche and release some of the trapped energy in your body. There are a lot of solid science. Recently, Harvard University and Johns Hopkins University have done study to measure patients' cortisol level from blood tests, and they found the cortisol level dropped drastically after tapping.
Just tapping alone.
So this is a very effective method. And for going back to quantum physics, this is my interest for life. I love physics since I was a little kid. And what we found, and quantum physics is basically the most accurate science of all time, right? All our cell phone, TV, computers, all based on quantum physics. Our whole periodic table is based on quantum physics. But this science, at the core of it, actually discover mind over matter.
Wow.
Actually discover how our mind and consciousness affects matter. In my class, I'm going to talk about some of that, and most importantly, I'm going to talk about how these knowledge and these science can benefit our lives. And it's really amazing. I would love to share some of these information with more people because they are available. The things that I'm going to teach is not something that you learned in school. Actually, the things that we learn in school, the science, the physics, the biology, the chemistry that we learn in school are very old, frankly. And I would like to share some of the things that was discovered in the past 20, 30 years that a lot of people have not heard of, but they will benefit us dramatically. And one of the things that I'm going to share is a brain technology that can help you to improve your brain function dramatically in minutes. Of course, you gotta practice, right? It's like going to the gym.
Correct.
You go there once, your muscle is not gonna be pumped.
Correct.
Right? You gotta keep on practicing.
Training.
But I can guarantee you that these technology work, and it's going to transform your life. So I'm really excited, and so excited to share this with more people. I'm doing that at my work. My daytime job is an engineering director at an aerospace company. I'm doing that, doing the same class with my colleagues, and we exchange some of this information. They all found to be very amazed and profound to find these technologies that's so simple and easy to use, and they would have loved to learn this earlier. So here I am, and definitely hope to share more with you.
Cool. So you're not just helping strangers at community centers, you're actually helping friends and colleagues at work.
Yeah.
And does everyone at work know that you're actually teaching this class right now?
Not everyone, but most of them know I'm the local ethics officer.
Okay.
So whenever people come to my office, I'm going to share some of these things with them. And I actually have periodic classes with engineers, managers, and directors, and basically talk about these things. And they were initially some of them walking pretty skeptical, and I'd be challenged by engineers with scrutiny. But they were all amazed and walked out. Every one of them walked out with the stress level down. So
awesome.
am really excited. Again, I didn't invent these techniques. Basically, I've done a lot of research through 12, 13 years, and basically collect all these things I learned, package them, summarize them, simplify them in a very simple way that people hopefully walk out can remember in their head and practice it and make it useful in their life, and you can help your family, you can help your coworker, and anybody in your life also.
So the power of the mind is a powerful thing.
Absolutely.
Just like the power of attraction.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So tell us a little bit more about where you teach, because I know you have a class, and and how the audience can find you, how often you teach, and give us a little more information on that so people can reach you.
Yeah, my website, you can go on to my website, from stresstofreedom.com, one word, and I have a class at Redwood City Community Center. You can sign up that class, or you can contact me for a one-on-one session, and or speaking events. One-on-one session, basically I'm going to share, we can share anything we want, and we'll talk about some of your specific issues. I'll do the best I can to work with you and share some of these technologies and figure out how best to help you address some of your issues.
So they can reach out to you for the one-on-one through your website, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's awesome, awesome. And your next class in Redwood City is next week, right?
Next week, June 6th. And the structure of my class, maybe I'll talk a little bit about it. Basically, there are 4 parts of it. The first part, I will talk about the core source of stress, right? There's so many different sources of stress, from work, from health, finance, and everything, conflicts and everything. But there's one common thing of all the stress. And I'm going to talk about how we can address this one thing to drastically reduce stress. And second, I'm going to talk about the stress-free zone. And I'm sure you heard from athletes that they get into the zone. They get in the zone. They perform at the peak performance. They're one with their sports. Correct. Be it basketball, tennis, whatever. And I'm going to talk about the stress-free zone that is similar. And I'm going to talk about how to get into the zone and stay into the zone, so that you're staying stress-free. And the third part of it is I'm going to talk about how to clear some of the trapped emotions. Right? We all have our hot buttons. When somebody says something, we could be triggered really quick. Yes. And sometimes we cannot control our emotion and explode. And sometimes we'll say something that hurt our loved ones, our relationship. I'll talk about what these trapped emotions are, and how do we clear them effectively so that they don't come and bother us anymore. And it's for long term, for good. And then I'll talk about some of the brain technology that can help to boost your brain function. So it's actually quite a lot of things, and I am so excited to really share this information with more people. So hope to see you there.
So this is all in like within the 2 hours that
2
you're
hours,
trying to
right.
fit into the community center
right.
teaching. So you guys really have to go check them out. And for the people that work with them at work, you need to go check out his classes at work. So I love to try to check out your next class. It's coming up next week, and we really thank you for being a guest on our blog. And we hope to see a little more on you. This is Hoover. He's teaches about tapping, brain methodologies, how to handle so many things in your life, and we hope to see him more of a guest more often. Thanks you once again,
Thank you.
Hoover, and we'll see everyone soon at our next blog. Till then, love what you live and live what you love.